Okay, you are welcome once again to my channel. And as usual, as we used to do with this, I have another questions that I want us to analyze today. But specifically, this is going out to those that are writing the 2026 UTME examination in any school at all. Now, questions like these are questions that you need to follow up, that you need to understand very well. Now, like I used to say, that if you want to write entrance exam into any higher institution at all, you must know that what's the difference between the UTME exam that I wrote, like talking about the JAM exam and the Word and the post-UTME exam. The difference is just technicality. The questions are way more technical than the UTME exam. So when you are preparing for an exam like that, you have to make sure that you have a broad mind and be able to read in depth and analyze questions in depth. Now, that's why I created a group that if you are writing entrance exam, a WhatsApp group, I used to drop points and questions that you need to look at from time to time. Now, part of those questions is what I brought out for you to analyze today. Now, this question is very, very, very broad and very, very technical. It looks very simple. It is simple, but after it looks very, very technical. So let's begin to trash it. Now, come back to this question. Now, they said the property of H2SO4. Remember how we say they analyze our question, that we are going to be looking at each of these terms that they use in the question. So not just looking at the question, we want to analyze each of these terms. Now, they said the property of H2SO4 that makes it suitable for preparing HNO3 is dash. First of all, you are going to recognize that yes, H2SO4 is an acid, that is sulfuric acid, ferrous acid. Now, HNO3 is another acid. That means I am using an acid to manufacture another acid. Now, there are reasons why H2SO4 can be used to manufacture other acid. That's why they call it what, the king of acid, or you call it the king of chemicals. Now, this H2SO4 is also regarded as the what? As the king of what? Of acids, or the king of chemicals. The reason being that not because it's the strongest acid, the reason being that it's used to manufacture other acid or other what chemicals. Now you must put at the back of your mind again that this same H2SO4 is have many uses, but the most important use is to manufacture what? Fertilizer. Now remember, questions like this, and remember I would say they one for this group. We don't just jump into the question. We go they look at alpha. What are the things that we must know as we prepare for the exam? Now look at it now. You already know alpha say H2SO4 na king of acid, that the most important use of H2SO4 is to manufacture what? Fertilizer. Though H2SO4 have other what uses. For instance, it's used as electrolyte in lead acid accumulator. Now, which one be lead acid accumulator? Talking about with the car battery. Now, coming back to this, see this guy here, 2095 acid, which is what? HNO3, which is the nitric acid. Now, that acid is an oxidizing acid, very strong. In short, it's regarded as the strongest oxidizing what? Acid. You say I'm so. That is why I can store it in the this thing now. What they follow this HNO3 now, I can store it in either in aluminum container or in what? In iron container. But some persons have gone into the exam and say, Mojaro, after they asked this question, they said HNO3 is stored in which container? There was option A and there was aluminum and there was iron in the option. Which one we will choose? Now, in that situation, you have to choose aluminum. Do you know why? Aluminum container are used to store both concentrated and what? And dilute what? HNO3. But when it comes to iron container, I cannot use it to store both concentrated and dilute. I can also use it to store what? Dilute HNO, concentrated HNO3. I cannot use it to store what? Dilute HNO3. Show you the get them now. That means concentrated HNO3 will react with iron, no, but it will form a barrier to prevent further reaction. But when it's dilute, it will react fast. So look at the statement. Aluminum container can be used to store both concentrated and dilute HNO3. But you see iron container, I can only use iron container to store what? Concentrated HNO3. I cannot use to store what? Dilute HNO3. Now, Mojaro, we are not looking at the question. We have to understand what and what terms are used in the question. Now, first of all, we'll take the very first point. H2SO4 can be used to manufacture HNO3. If it's an industrial preparation, that process is what is regarded as what? As Oswald process. You get them so. Now, what I talked just now, I said H2SO4 is used to manufacture HNO3. I didn't know so. Now, the process involved in the use of H2SO4 to manufacture HNO3. Now, that process is regarded as what? As Oswald process. And in that Oswald process, a catalyst is used, just like in contact process now. Now, that catalyst that is used in Oswald process is what? Is platinum rhodium. platinum rhodium catalyst is used in what? In Oswald process. So we are beginning to break down the equation now. H2SO4 is used to manufacture what? HNO3. Alpha, what's the catalyst used in this process? Is what? Is platinum rhodium. Now this process is called what? Is called the Oswald process. Now we have summarized that. Go back to the question again. Make we read down again. The property of H2SO4 that makes it suitable for preparing HNO3 is dash. First of all, H2SO4 has many properties. One of these is that it's used as a what? As a dehydrating agent. It has a dehydrating property. H2SO4 has a dehydrating property. It's used as a drying agent. You see, all we know say drying and dehydration not be the same thing. Now, those way they write for UBTH entrance exam, and where have I seen this question again? I think they asked this question in Unidel. Good, they asked this question in Unidel. Now they said which of the following differentiates drying from dehydration? Now there are two. Number one, drying is a physical process. Dehydration is a chemical process. Drying involves removal of moisture. Dehydration involves removal of water molecule. Drying and of course a physical process. This one is a chemical what? Change. When we say this dehydration is chemical change, it means that if I remove water molecule, a new substance is what now? Is formed. You get the picture now. Oh, yeah, move for back time no day. Now, if we have analyzed that, remember we are looking at H2SO4 now. With the NACAM they go. We said H2SO4 king of acid. It can be used as a dehydrating agent. It can be used as what? Drying agent. Show you the observer now. It can also be used as a catalyst. EJ, this guy na bad guy. It can also be used as a what? Catalyst. So there are instances where H2SO4 is used as what? As catalyst. It is chance. Now, going back to the question. Now, does this H2SO4 does it have a high density? Yes, it's dense. Now, but let's come back. They say, why do I use this guy to manufacture HNO3? Now, before we jump to the question, because people like to jump to question. That's why I advise if you get a past question, the past question is not telling you that alpha, see the question we go come out for example. It's telling you that alpha, through these areas they come out. So now that you go to study, that's why you have to be in my private WhatsApp group. Now it's easy to join the group. Just send me a DM, or you can send me a message here. Of course, send me a DM, and of course I can add it to the group. Now to join the group is just a token where you know you should buy data. It's 1K per month. So you will analyze questions upon questions. Oh yeah, I'm okay, they go. Now, one manufacture this guy now. How would they manufacture right now? Easy. I can use a 1095 salts. For example, KNO3 plus H2SO4. They say a 1095 salt to give me what? It will not give me waiting now. It will not give me what? It will not give me what? It will not give me K2SO4. You see I'm so plus what? Plus HNO what? 3. Sure you get this thing now, the jeg now. Plus what? Plus you see I'm. So ladies and gentlemen, balanced equation. Now this equation represents the reaction that occurs when H2SO4 reacts with a triazole salt, show you this here, to form waiting now HNO3. We don't arrive at the reason why H2SO4 is used to manufacture HNO3. Now we don't go there. Another thing you must know again is that H2SO4, or let me use HNO3. HNO3 is more volatile than H2SO4. Means it can easily escape. You understand? So it can easily what? Escape. Now they use your scenes. I don't they get the answer. Of course, you don't see the answer. There are two answers in the option. Let me just clarify. Dehydrating and boiling point. The correct answer is what? Is boiling point. Do you know why? Now look at what I said. H2SO4 has a higher boiling point than HNO3. Now the boiling point of H2SO4 is about 337 degrees Celsius. That's the boiling point. While HNO3 is about 83 degrees Celsius. So look at what I'm trying to say. That H2SO4 is used to manufacture HNO3 because this H2SO4 is less volatile. It not go easily escape. So if this one just form, as HNO3 just form, this HNO3 can easily be given up. So it's a more volatile acid compared to H2SO4. So based on the difference in their what? In their boiling point. So this one has a higher boiling point compared to this. So this one will remain in the container while this one distills off, is given off easily. So that is why H2SO4 is suitable. But if I now use an acid that has a lesser boiling point than HNO3, you see, so this HNO3 cannot easily be given off. You dey see the matter because say you know say salt come from here now, so this one can easily be distilled off. And who can do that is what is H2SO4. Why? H2SO4 have a higher boiling point than what? Than HNO3. Now, another important answer that is in the option again is option C. Does H2SO4 has a dehydration property? Yes. Is that a reason? Does that contribute to the reason why they used to manufacture HNO3? Yes, because it removes the water. But the major reason is what? Because of this high weighting now, boiling point. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, see, I say we analyze this question now. There are two answers in the question. Now, so pursue me they be. So, those who they write for Uniben, be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Those who they write for UI, Unilag, any school at all. So, if you know of anybody that's writing pursue me and the person is not in my YouTube channel, of course, I'll be dropping videos here back to back, and of course, I'll be dropping questions on my private WhatsApp group. I've told you how to join it. Send me a DM, of course. It's 1K per month. No go lose guard, no go Jones for this entrance exam. Of course, majority of the schools have released their post-UME form, no time. And one thing about some persons is that they wait for the form to come out before they start preparing. Like my WhatsApp group now, I opened it about a month ago, and we don't drop so many points for there. So you go to follow things all back to back, time no day. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll be dropping videos here, and of course I'll be dropping some technical questions in the WhatsApp group and explaining them also. So ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in my next video. Thank you very, very much.